Pawn Stars guest brings a rare statue for Rick Harrison. But there was one major problem. The neon glow of the world-famous gold and silver pawn shop hums steadily. Its walls brimming with relics of history, glittering curiosities, and forgotten treasures. Inside, Rick Harrison, the seasoned negotiator with a sharp eye for value, leans against the counter, exchanging banter with his son, Corey, and longtime employee, Austin Chumley Russell. The trio's rhythm is interrupted by the jingle of the doorbell, heralding a new visitor clutching a dust-covered duffel bag. What unfolds is a tense, emotional, and ultimately revealing encounter centered around a statue rumored to be a lost masterpiece, and the shocking problem that threatens to derail everything. The guest, 42-year-old Marcus Cole, a soft-spoken high school history teacher from Phoenix, Arizona, approaches the counter with a mix of nervous excitement. He unzips the bag to reveal a 16-inch tall stone statue wrapped in faded velvet. As the fabric drops away, the Pawn Stars lean in, their eyes widening. The figure depicts a stoic, robed woman holding a scroll, her features worn yet regal. The stone, a mottled greenish-black, suggests age, while faint inscriptions at the base hint at ancient origins. "This was my great-grandfather's," Marcus explains, his voice tinged with pride. He was a diplomat in the 1930s. Traveled everywhere: Egypt, Greece, Turkey. Family legend says he got this from a dig site in Crete in 1937. It's a Minoan artifact, maybe even connected to the Phaistos disc. Rick raises an eyebrow, his professional skepticism kicking in. "You're saying this is Minoan asterisk, like 1500 BCE? He asks, his tone measured. Supposedly, Marcus nods, "But I've never had it verified. I'm a teacher, not a dealer. I just know it's been in the family forever." Corey, already rummaging through a shelf of reference books, whistles. "Minoan stuff doesn't come in here every day. If this is real, we're talking serious money." Chumley, peering at the statue's chipped left hand, quips, "Unless it's a paperweight from TJ Maxx. You ever think about that?" Marcus stiffens, but Rick shoots Chumley a glare. "Let's not jump to conclusions. Let's take a closer look." Rick gloves up, cradling the statue with the care of a museum curator. He tilts it toward the light, scrutinizing the patina, a thin layer of corrosion that forms on ancient stone. This greenish tint could be oxidized copper or bronze underneath, he muses. But Minoan statues were usually limestone or gypsum. This feels heavier. Corey flips open a tome titled Ancient Civilizations, Art and Artifacts *. Phaistos disc connections, huh? That was clay, though. This doesn't match. He points to a photo of a Minoan figurine. See the flowing robes. This one's more rigid, almost archaic Greek. Maybe it's a hybrid? Marcus offers, clinging to hope. Rick isn't convinced. Or it's been altered over time. He turns to the inscriptions, 3 lines of symbols etched shallowly into the base. These aren't linear A or B, he says, referencing Minoan scripts. 2 angular, could be modern reproductions. Chumley, now wielding a magnifying glass, chimes in. "The scroll's weird too. Minoans didn't have scrolls. That's more Egyptian or Roman." Marcus's face falls. I didn't notice that." "Don't worry," Rick reassures. "We'll get an expert in here. But I gotta tell ya, this has fake written all over it." Enter Dr. Emily Torres, a petite but formidable archaeologist specializing in Mediterranean antiquities. She arrives armed with a portable X-ray fluorescence, XRF analyzer, and a skeptical smirk. "Let's see what this baby can do," she says, booting up the device. The XRF emits a beam, scanning the statue's composition. Moments later, the screen reveals a mix of calcium carbonate, limestone, and traces of modern epoxy. Okay, so it's not bronze, Dr. Torres notes. But limestone doesn't necessarily mean fake. The epoxy, though, that's a red flag. She gestures to the chipped hand. See this fracture? The epoxy was used to repair it recently. Ancient statues would have been repaired with ancient methods, like dowels or mortar. Rick exchanges a glance with Corey. So someone tried to restore it? Or pass it off as newer, Dr. Torres replies. She then examines the inscriptions under UV light. These carvings were done with a rotary tool, she announces. Electric, less than 50 years old. And the symbols. A mishmash of linear A, Cypriot syllabic, and is that asterisk Star Wars asterisk Garbesh. Chumley snort laughs. Dude, I called it. It's a prop. Marcus staggers back. No way. My great-grandfather would have known. Dr. Torres softens. Collectors in the 1930s often bought replicas, thinking they were real. Tourism in places like Crete boomed after excavations. Vendors sold knockoffs to foreigners all the time. Rick sighs, setting the statue down. So we've got a 20th century reproduction of a Minoan design. No museum's gonna touch it. Sorry, Marcus. Just as Marcus begins to process the news, Dr. Torres freezes. Wait a second. This space. She flips the statue over, revealing a tiny stamped logo. A phoenix encircled by the words Artifact Imports, Athens, 1984. Corey squints. That doesn't sound historic. Dr. Torres grimaces. Because it's not. Artifact Imports was a company that sold mass-produced ancient decor to hotels in the 80s. This thing was probably a lobby ornament. Rick throws his hands up. So it's not just fake, it's a asterisk tourist trap asterisk fake. We're not even in the ballpark of value here. Marcus, now pale, slumps onto a stool. Hi, I can't believe this. My family's been telling this story for generations. It meant so much to my great-grandfather. Chumley, uncharacteristically quiet, murmurs, man, that's rough. Rick softens. Listen, Marcus. Sentimentally, this still matters. But financially, we can't pay you what you're expecting. I'll offer $200 as a consolation, since it's a cool piece. But I can't resell it. Marcus hesitates, torn between indignation and resignation. I was hoping for, I dunno, a few thousand. Corey winces. At best, a collector of kitschy 80s decor might give you $50. A heavy silence falls. Finally, Marcus sighs. All right, $200. I just need to accept this isn't what we thought. As Rick hands over the cash, Marcus stares at the statue one last time. Guess I'll take it home. My daughter loves it. She thinks it's magic. That's the best home it could have. Dr. Torres smiles. After Marcus leaves, the team reflects. Tough break, Corey says. He really believed in that story. Rick nods. Happens all the time. People cling to legends, but facts don't lie. Chumley, now dusting the statue, grins. Well, at least we know it's not cursed. Right? The camera pans out as laughter fills the shop, fading to the Vegas skyline. This episode of Pawn Stars encapsulates the show's essence, a collision of hope, history, and hard truths. For Marcus, the statue's journey from heirloom to hoax underscores the fragility of family lore. For the Harrisons, it's a reminder that even the most captivating stories can crumble under scrutiny. Dr. Torres' analysis highlights the importance of provenance. Without documented history, artifacts become riddles. And the revelation of the 1984 stamp serves as a cautionary tale about romanticizing the past. Yet, amid the disappointment, there's warmth. Marcus chooses to preserve the statue's sentimental value, proving that worth isn't always monetary. As Rick quips in the final scene, "In this business, you've gotta love the chase, even if the treasure's fake." And with that, the pawn shop stores swing shut on another day where lives, indeed, depended on this